Hello there, this is Only One Kenobi here, Only One. On one of the rare occasions where I'm letting natural light in this room. I never do. I've done it because I was in here doing some DIY in the day and I thought, well, I'll save some electricity and thought I'd let some natural light get in here. So I took these off. These, if you're new to my channel and have no idea what I'm on about, here I had some boards, right? And they are actually just there. So they do two things. They not only block out the natural light behind these blinds, but they also have, I've just made another wall space so I can have more figures hanging on them. But what I wanted to do now is just to give you a little bit of a tour of my Return of the Jedi. Oh, sorry, the thingy's in the way. My Return of the Jedi wall, man. I've got it just the way I want it. And I've managed to fit every single one I have on the wall, bar a couple. There's some things here which there's no space for them. There's some vintage 80s stuff that I just don't have space for. I'm going to keep it pure TVC. I think I've got all my variants on here. And I did, the last time I did a wall room tour, or whatever you want to call it, a wall tour, was when I looked at my Return to the Jedi wall. So, you know, that was almost 2 years ago. So I really must do some continuations of that video series and look at my Empire Strikes Back cards. But I'm in the process of rearranging this room. Sorry about that thing that keeps popping in the view. That's the gimbal. But if I keep it, I've got it on wide angle here. And as you know, I bought these things, which at the minute look ridiculously big, and they are in the space, filling up the space. But when I have everything sorted and I get that back on here, these will come back into two positions, and they will look good. And I've painted them, as you can see, and it's just another place that I can display some figures, man. And yeah, so a project is happening, as you can see in here. But now to the Return of the Jedi wall, I think I might go back onto normal angle and see what we have. I just want to overview it. The last time I did a video, I think I did it in 3 parts. That's quite long. So let's just go right across and see what we have. I think I have all my Return of the Jedis on this one wall, bar the ones you saw on the floor. I've taken off the variant I had of Boba Fett, because it's only a figure variancy. So to that respect, the variants I like to collect are card variants, like for example, Revenge, Return. That was just one figure variancy. It's the one I've kept on the wall is the one with the chest plate. Whatever you want to call that, the carving, the control panel, whatever on the right. So that's the one I've kept. This guy I was struggling to find a space for him, but I've actually put him where he deserves to be. He is awesome, right next to these guys, because he fits with the theming, the Tidarium theme. So as you can see, Imperial Gunner, we've got the Royal Guard, there's a Canadian variant of it. Then we have the 2 others, that's the reissue. There's this guy, the bane of my life, because of this being as expensive as it was. I never bought a Cody 4 years ago that was cheaper than him. Funny figure, that one. I can't believe how much it's fallen from grace with regards to value. That used to be one of the most expensive figures in TVC. Over here now, as you can see, you're having a first look at a retro collection. I like to have them side by side in here. That does take up more wall space, I'm afraid. Hasbro. But still, I quite like having 2 variants like that side by side. And then we move into Han Endor. We have 5 in a row there. So starting with VC 1.0 number 1, Return. Then we have Return Canadian. Then we have Revenge. Then we have VOTC, or Vintage Saga Collection, I think. And as you can see, the font is different. Return of the, well, it says Revenge of the Jedi, but that is very much what the 80s one would have looked like. That is a new style that they brought in for that year, I guess, and it's kind of reminiscent to the font they use for that. This is not a million miles away from the original Return of the Jedi font, but whatever that font is, I'd say matches that. I've talked about that many times, but still, there you go again. And then there's the retro collection one there. Look at the quality of the picture. Definitely giving more of a retro style, I'd say. Look, see the difference? Down we go, 4 in a row. The Rebel Commando. And there we have, thank you, John Miko. Not John Miko, God, I got the wrong guy. John Action Figure Grader for that. There's the Return Canadian. Then we have the Return Standard. Let's pull back. Then we have the Revenge Standard. And then the Revenge Canadian multi-language pill. See if I can focus there. Moving down, Luke Skywalker. Lots of these. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Lost control of the gimbal. We have Return of the... Yeah, we have the Retro Collection. Then we have the latest issue with this. This is a completely different card number. This one is 175, but it has the Jabba's Palace. Then here we go with the VC 1.0. We have standard... What is it? 26, I believe. No, 20. I never get it right. 23, Jedi Knight Return. Then we have the Canadian unpunched Ophilus. Then we have this one, which I also got, which is very similar. But it's not Ophilus, is it? Because look, you got that. You've got the thing inside the bubble. And then you... Whoa! You've got that as well. That's also Canadian, I guess. Yeah. But look, see, can also... It would have been unpunched like that one was. So there's two, they are two variants, but they almost look like they could be the same figure. Someone's peeled off the sticker there, but no, I do believe these are different. They must be, they have to be, because he doesn't have the leaflet inside the bubble. So there you go. And that is that. Moving across to the same number, VC23, but the Endor capture variant. So there's Endor, that's the first one. Unpunched, Ophilus. And then we have, what is this? Oh, Revenge. There you go. That is, and sadly, that's punched. But it doesn't matter. I just wanted to get the Revenge to go with the Return. Then we have the Return of the reissue. 2020, I believe. Oh my God, there's paint on the back of that. 2020, come on, where are you? Date? 2018. So that would have come out in 2019. Here we are. There's a lot in a row here. I used to have the Vintage 80s Return of the Jedi one, which I got when I went through a honeymoon period of buying vintage 80s figures. I've sold it now, but I'm glad I sold it because I made a little bit of a profit on it. Plus it was probably going to go even more yellow than it was. It was a very clear bubble one, but it's gone now. But I don't care now. It's pure modern TVC, although that might upset some people who want to see some classics in there as well. But still, here we have the Return reissue. This would have been 2021. Let me just double check that. 2021, he's right, you know. 2021 reissue. Then we have the Revenge standard number 1. Then we have the Return first. Then we have the Revenge Canadian and the Return Canadian. So we've got four of the pure. One could argue you haven't got the SDCC one. Yeah, that's true, I don't, but that's also a Revenge card. But that's more of a variant on the back, isn't it? Yeah. Then we go down. Here's another 4. I'm very proud of this 4 in a row. Hang on, let me just get the angle right. 4 in a row for Princess Leia. We have Return Slave Outfit, Revenge Canadian, Revenge Standard Pill, Return Canadian. So that is 4. That's got to be super rare. That I was lucky to get that. Got it in an auction. And it's a full house, man. Then the Gamorrean Guard. This is where I do have one Vintage 80s right there. Let's go down the line. I've talked about these so many times. Return with the Maul sticker, Maul offer. Then we have, what's this one? This is Return, UK or European, because there's a black sticker on the top right, and there's that black sticker on the back. Then we have Gamorrean reissue, that's 2019, that came out around about the time the barge came out. We have Canadian of the first variant. Then we have, what the hell is this one? I get so confused, there's so many different ones. What the hell is that one? This, Ophilus, unpunched Ophilus. Nothing in the bubble. Then this one is just, there you go, that's the standard, bog standard VC, what is it again? Bloody hell. That's VC21 with the sticker, Boba Fett sticker. And there you have the Gamorrean Guard Mexican Mim I got from the BOE. Over across here to General Lando Calrissian, original reissue. Down here we have Leia. I sold my Leia Vintage 80s, but here we have the VOTC and the 50th anniversary Leia. Over here we have now 3 in a row for the Biker Scout. Just recently today I put this on the wall for the first time. I opened my second one of the Biker Scout box set, and so that's that. Then we have this one, as you can see in the natural light coming through the window, going very yellow. That's the VOTC or the Vintage Saga collection Biker Scout, followed by the Retro collection. So 3 in a row, nice. Across here, Retro and TVC Lando Calrissian. Shame there was never anything other than that pill. That's like a European pill, that, but that's all you ever got for Lando. No other variants that I know of. Over here, Princess Leia Organa on the TVC release, and then the new Retro collection, and then we have 4 wickets. So we have have here the Wicket 2021, I believe, the reissue. Then we have the standard Wicket. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Standard Wicket that's been punched out. by somebody, and it's got the Boba Fett sticker on. Then we have standard Ophilus Wicket unpunched, and then we have a Revenge one with a Fett sticker there. So I've got one of each type of sticker, Fett Corona and Fett Blue. So that's what I've got for Wicket, and I did have a vintage 80s, but I've now sold it. Down we go to Wedge Antilles, 2 variants. Wedge Antilles, what is that one? That's European. I got that on an auction with Star Action Figures when they were selling loads of stuff cheap not long ago. And then we have normal Wedge. Got that from Dorkside Toys in the USA. It's got the mall sticker on it. Then we have 2 variants of the Rebel. So I'm just rubbing, I'm rubbing dust off the top of these as we go. We have the Canadian one. That cost me, God knows how much it cost me, but I would have spent a bit on that during the lockdown when we all had money to burn. The reason I got it, I really wanted it, was because it's got the Blu-ray sticker on it, man. Look at that, nice. And it's Canadian as well, so that's a nice one. I like that. To go with the standard Mon Calamari Pilot there with the mall sticker. 2 variants again here. We have, this is the first one I ever owned. It's got the mall offer, Return of the Jedi, Princess Leia, and then here, Return. The reason I bought this, I spent a lot of money on this. This cost me 100 quid, man. Bloody hell. More dollars than cents, ladies and gentlemen. Cents, S-E-N-S-E. And it is, I got it from America as well, funnily enough. It's the Blu-ray sticker as well. Look at that deleted scene. It's funny, isn't it? Like, things like that really appeal to me. Over here, I've got another one. Forgot I got this. Forgetting stuff I've even bought, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Skywalker, lightsaber construction, Darth Maul sticker. That's the one I've had for donkeys. And then this one was a gift from Lara V, which was not long ago, and also has the Blu-ray sticker on. So both very similar. What's on the back of them? Let's have a look. And how does that differ from this one? Right, well, this will be the European. See, it's got the black sticker on the top right, covering the warning, and then it's got the black sticker on the back. So there is an element of sticker variancy there. Over here, we've got the Nikto Skiff Guard. That's the one I've had for ages. Cost me absolutely nothing, that back in 2015 or 2016. And then here is the latest Nikto that came out with the figures for the ROTJ 40th anniversary. There's the sticker on the top there, the badge for the 40th anniversary. And then 3 Kithabas, ladies and gentlemen, Kithaba. So, going through, that's the new one for the 40th anniversary. And figures are identical, except for the red bandana there. And then we have the brown bandana standard Kithaba. I did have another one that was red bandana that I opened, actually. I think it was rarer in the US and A. I couldn't sell it for anything, for love nor money on eBay back in must have been 2018. I couldn't sell it. So there was that. So it's unpunched, that one, nice. And then here we have a red one. This is one I subsequently acquired, but I got it for that mainly. The fact that it's Canadian with the sticker there, name pill there. We're on down to the last 2 rows, ladies and gentlemen. Notice that the ones that you see here are mainly ones that I can put together. So these are more of the variants where they're in a flow. As we get lower down on the wall, I've got ones that are basically ones on their own, like all these Ewoks here. And I did have him with a vintage 80s, but I've taken it off the wall now. It's a really scruffy looking card back, and I needed the space for the modern stuff. So that's why he's on his own. However, the last row, we start off with Weequay. It's a great card back. That's sorry to put you in the corner, pal, but there's a reason why, I'll tell you in a minute. And we've got all these skiff guards. Vizam, Vidane, Brock, they all match, you see. That's why he's there. The blue sky matches with these. Then we've got 2 woofs now, ladies and gentlemen. I missed an opportunity to buy a Klaatu, or a Klaatu, at, nearly said celebration, at, what's it called now? Echo Base Live. I nearly got the Palatoy one, but I didn't buy it. Doesn't matter because I've sold all my vintage 80s now. But that's the original woof that I got. I might have even peeled the sticker off the back of that, which is bad news. Doesn't matter. You can see I have done because it's got the black sticker on the top right. So that's a European variant, that. But still basically, in essence, the US card underneath. And then we've got the new woof there. See, the 40th anniversary badge. Over here, Rees, as I said, he's now on his own. It's a nice card back, that. And I like having him on my wall right next to Silent Mirai Yak Face, because look, you see the blind to the background of the barge, they kind of blend seamlessly into each other. So there you have Silent Mirai, the new one, which puzzled me that they brought him out again, given that you could still get him in the first-hand market for nothing, in the UK anyway. Over here, it would be rude not to have the special collector's coin Yak Face there on the wall as well. So there you have 3 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. And then Bib Fortuna, he's one on his own. Again, never been happy really with the lack of quality of these new Vintage Collection 2.0 card backs. If I was to get, for example, that card or any of these VC 1.0s out of their packaging, the card is just a superior quality, but still such a shame. But anyway, still looks good on the wall there with the other Return of the Jedis. There's Han Solo that came with the Jabba's Palace set. And then one of my least favourite card backs, I don't know why, it's the blue and the red, they clash for me, but it's a great figure and a great character. Weequay Skiff Master, I've put him there, and his brother or cousin or whoever he is flanking on the right there. So anyway, that's just the way I've done it. And on the bottom row, these miscellaneous-y type Return of the Jedis now. We've got Sandstorm Lando, never managed to acquire one with the Blu-ray sticker, but that doesn't matter. Colonel Kraken, see, they're all kind of very similar. They're the Blu-ray kind of cards and stickers. This guy's a bit odd on his own here, but he would look better with Leia and Han and all those Endor people, but it's just because he's one on his own. He's just found his way down here. See, he's very miscellaneous, but again, he's kind of put him with these Ewoksy kind of people here now, because it's foresty, isn't it? So that's the new Endor Rebel Commando Scout Trooper disguise. ATST Driver, one I've always wanted in TVC. And then we have the Ewoks. There was a point in history. Sorry, I'm so close now. I'm just trying to get around the room. There was a point in my collection history when I had all the Ewoks together with Wicket, but no, I kind of like got them down here now. So we've got Logray, Paploo, Lumat. This was a very expensive figure back when I bought it. It was one of the last TVC figures I bought back in 2017 when I was just sort of wrapping up this Vintage Collection 1.0 for the first time. But still, then there's Tebow. He used to have the Vintage 80s that look really good next to him on the wall, but I have subsequently sold that now. Needed the money. And then Orimarco, again, shame he's all on his own. I'd have him with the Jabba's Goons, but he ain't no Jabba Goon, man. He's a rebel. And then, in fact, actually, I might switch these around. We've got colour 2 there on his own. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you mother... Bruh. Things falling around, ladies and gentlemen. So close to the end here. He does look quite nice with these guys, and also Woof, because they're connected, but he happens to just be there. But that's fine. There is Klaatu, Orimarco, but then it's funny that these two have been relegated to the bottom because this card is such a popper. It looks great, man, on the wall. He has looked good in the past next to Lando Calrissian. They look great together, actually. But he's just made his way down here because, as I say, I've rearranged the wall recently to have all the variants together. And also this R2 is a beautiful card back. It's correct. Excuse me. I've had to relegate him down here, which is sad. But one day he'll make his way back up. Missed a chance to get revenge of him once as well. And also, I missed a chance to get him, the one that was factory punched with the sticker on. But one day I'll get it back. I've forgotten the name of the seller on eBay, but they didn't sell it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I hope you have enjoyed that. Let me take it back onto wide angle again. Bear with me. There you are, and I'm quite aware that I've just been speaking 10 to the dozen, ladies and gentlemen. So I appreciate your patience as I've just gone through all of that. I hope you have enjoyed looking at this. Let me know your thoughts on this wall. There's some great card backs in TVC, period, but certainly in the Return of the Jedi, and I'm glad to show it to you for the first time ever on this channel in natural light. What used to be here is a big board, which I use, as I said at the beginning, to cover and block out the natural light, but also I have figures displayed on that board as well, that backboard. So I'll be putting that in a minute after I've just finished doing some DIY in here. So more updates will continue, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep you well updated as to how things are going with this and that. So it's all a bit of a building site in here at the minute, but still, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts and comments below as usual. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out. But wait, there's more. There is more, ladies and gentlemen. There's more cards I didn't show you. Down here, you've got some returns I've put with their Empire variants, you know what I mean? Just to keep stuff together. Because that's a very oddball one in itself. It's got that same Return of the Jedi emblem I told you about before with the VOTC. A different font altogether from the standard Return of the Jedi. That one there from TVC matches the one in the 80s exactly. But that one doesn't. So they are together there. I've got some others I'll show you very quickly. Up here on this Empire Strikes Back wall at the top, just because they seamlessly blend in, I've got Boba Fett's all the way across, all these variants of Fett there that feed into the Empire ones that go right across, but there you've got the Return, you've got the Revenge, VC09, and Boba Fett from the ROTC there. Over here, on the wall here, on this door actually, I've got some other Return of the Jedi. All these are Vaders. I just thought I'd put all my Vaders together in one patch. And there you have the Return of Vader. What is that, VC08? And then you've got the Revenge VC08 for Vader, because they're all the same figure. They go nicely there. And down here, Return and Revenge for the Stormtrooper. His number I have forgotten, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, VC41. Yeah, VC41. So he's on the wall there. Any other returns? This one, very much a man on his own now. Again, that VOTC badge font design, which again is very different from the classic. But he just fits on there. He's yellowing badly, this one. When I first bought that in 2016, he was peachy white, man. And he's not being anywhere near sunshine, so it's just an atmospheric thing, isn't it? Obviously. And then down there, Chewbacca. One on his own. All these variants of Chewie here. And he's just there, but it kind of matches, doesn't it? You know that, in a way. But still, things might change. As I say, I'm in the middle of sorting this room out. Thank you again for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.